Been hungry for some college football? Well, we finally get a taste this weekend. Don't miss any of the action. Jump in at DraftKings Sportsbook. This is going to be DraftKings' biggest college football season to date. Enjoy the ride now all the way through the expanded playoff. Plus, all newbies getting into college football spirit, here's something special. New DraftKings customers can bet $5 to get $200 instantly in bonus bet. Score big with DraftKings all college football season long. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code Shannon. That's code Shannon for new customers to get $200 in bonus bet when you bet just $5. Only at DraftKings. The crown is yours. Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us again for another episode of Nightcap. I am your host, your favorite Unc, Shannon Sharpe. He's your favorite first cousin. You know him, your favorite number 85, the route runner extraordinaire.
Yeah.
The Bengal Ring of Fame honoree. You know, the legendary Pro Bowler, All-Pro, Sam Ojuco, Oregon State, all the way down to the Bengals where he made a name for himself. That's Liberty City's own.
Sir.
Chad Ochocinco Johnson. And ladies and gentlemen, we're back like acne on a team. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit that like button. And guys, wherever you make sure you subscribe to the Nightcap podcast feed, wherever you get your podcast from. And remember, every podcast subscriber counts. Thank you for helping us get this far and you guys showing up for us on the tour. Please make sure you check out our Shea by Laportier. Guys, you've been doing an unbelievable job supporting us, and I greatly appreciate that. Please go follow my media company page on all platforms. That's Shea Media, and my clothing company, 84. The link is pinned at the top of the chat. And everything is 20% off right now, and the tour T-shirts drop tomorrow. Ocho, let's get right into it. Colorado survives a scare. They beat North Dakota State 31-26. Shedeur Sanders, 26 of 34, 445 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. Horn had 7 catches for $198. Travis Hunter, 7 catches, $132, and 3 tubs. They win the game, but I saw a lot of the things that I saw last year, Ocho.
Yeah, a little bit. Not as much. Not as much. Obviously, North Dakota State is no slouch. They've beaten some very, very good teams throughout the years. There have been many upsets that they've had when they have played. There was no slouch. So for Colorado, this is a good game for them to start with, to get a test based on the players and the recruits that had come in, the players that had transferred, to see where they have improved and gotten better than last year. Of course, there would be some mistakes. Some of the things that we witnessed last year would still creep in a little bit, but I think this is good study film and study tape on where they need to continue to improve. Now, where I think Colorado improved best is in the interior on the offensive and defensive side of the ball. The skill position, Horn and Travis Hunter did what they did, but to me, more impressively is Shedeur Sanders. His calmness in the pocket, his pocket presence. He's really not much of a dual threat, but what he was able to do from the pocket, extending plays when he could, and having Horn and Travis Hunter finish the deal off on the receiving end of the ball was good. It was good.
I don't know, Ocho. They still can't get up. They still can't generate pressure, and when they bring pressure, they're not gap sound. That's why the quarterback hit his head on the goalpost late in the ball game. We saw on the Hail Mary, you're taught to knock it down. What does the guy try to do? Interception. And the guy ends up letting the guy catch it.
Right.
Now, if the ball's in the end,
but
go ahead.
I have a question. But one thing about it, though, now you say the guy hit his head on the goalpost. If you think about it, in the second half, the Colorado defense, they played extremely well outside of that one drive. They held North Dakota State to really not much or nothing in the second half outside of that series towards the end of the game, where it really wasn't significant.
But what I wanted to see, I thought this year, Ocho, they were going to be able to get up still disciplined. You're off the field. What do? You're off the field on third, and you line up off sides. What happens? You stop them, and Shiloh late hits the guy. It's the same thing.
Right.
That was last year, the undisciplinedness.
Yeah.
You can't, if you're trying to win, the one thing you can't do is beat yourself. And I'm sure time is telling them, guys, we can't. As you go up, now look, North Dakota State, we know what they represent at the level of the FCS in which the level that they play at. They're one of the premier teams in all of FCS. in the history of that division.
Right.
You into a conference, bro, these teams are going to be better than North Dakota State. It is what it
most
is.
Definitely.
And you can't make those silly mistakes that you made against this team. I thought, okay, you know what? I'm sure time is preaching, guys. We can't beat ourselves. Guys, they brought Sapp in, one of the premier D linemen in all of in NFL history, to be able to rush 4 and get home with 4 without having to sacrifice your back end by bringing extra guys. Well, they can't get there. They can't consistently get there. They've got to sacrifice, and then guys lose their responsibility, and guys are running free. You just can't. You just can't have that if you want to get to where you get to. Yeah, you take the win, but I always say, and you heard me say it all the time. You never accept anything in a win. You wouldn't in a loss.
Win, accepting the loss. Yeah, but listen, you're right, but you have to understand it's week 1. Everybody's back. They're not really settled in. Everybody's back to playing football against an opponent, not yourselves. So they're going to be mistakes. They're going to be good things. They're going to be bad things. They're going to be things that you can correct. There can be things that you can build off based on the game tonight. Now, as the competition continues to get better week to week, that means the margin for error becomes that much smaller with the better teams you're going to play. Now, again, I'm going to say that North Dakota State is no slouch. They were a good team to open up with, to see where you are as a team offensively, defensively, and special teams, and where the coaches and the staff can do a better job from their perspective, depending on who you play. But, I mean, I think it would, to me, the eye test, based on what I saw, I think it was a good outing and a good start for Prime and the Buffs. And I look forward to who they playing next. I think it's
Nebraska. They're on the road against Nebraska.
Nebraska. Yeah. That's gonna be another good test.
Ocho. They had 49 yards rushing. What couldn't they do last year? Run the football. And when you can't run the football, what does that do? That put pressure on your offensive line.
Yeah, and your quarterback.
What happened last year? Shedeur took too many hits. If you can't run the football, 49 yards on 23 carries. What am I gonna do with that, Ocho?
Yeah, you're right.
In college football, where their holes are like the size of an 18-wheeler.
Yeah, most of the time, yeah.
What am I supposed to do in college? What am I supposed to do with 2 yards of carry, Ocho?
Yeah.
I mean, Shedeur basically and Trav had to stand on their heads tonight. Trav had to catch everything. Look at the catches that he was making.
Yeah. Hey, hold on. How about the one on the goal line?
Yes, yeah.
With the dude mushing his face mask for the 3rd touchdown, and he still caught it.
Even the 2nd touchdown, when the ball was he kind of slung him down, he caught it and got both feet down.
Yeah, he caught it anyway.
Even on the 3rd down, he ran an override. He made an outstanding catch on that. They're gonna have to get better at running the football. You can't put that kind of pressure on your offensive line. You can't put that kind of pressure on your quarterback by having 49 yards rushing, averaging 2 yards a carry. You're not going to win on that. Yeah. You're going to be in the same situation because as you step up, and we saw what happened, as they stepped up in talent level against teams, Shedeur started taking a pounding. They're just going to have to do a better job. They've got to get better. They went and got 42 new guys, a lot of guys out of the transfer portal. They had guys leave via the transfer portal, but this isn't good enough. In order to be and to get to where they want to be, Ocho, this isn't good.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to be Debbie Downer. I'm trying to be realistic with you, fans. I just can't keep it a buck with you. And y'all know how I feel about time, but this isn't nearly good enough. And I understand it's the first game, but what I needed to see, I didn't see nearly enough. I saw Shedeur do this last year. I saw Horn do this last year. I saw Travis Hunter do this last year. But guess what?
Yeah.
I saw them not be able to run the football. I saw them, Shedeur, have to run and make plays with his legs. I saw the defense not be able to consistently get off the field, especially on 3rd downs. That'll get you in trouble.
Yeah.
You know the most important down is 3rd down. So you do a great job stopping them on 1st and 2nd. And then when you get to 3rd down, okay, it's 1st down again. Eventually, Ocho, you know what happens. You let a team go 50% on 3rd down. You start letting the team get 60% on 3rd down. You're asking for it.
That's demoralizing now. That's demoralizing.
It absolutely is.
That is very demoralizing. Again, the adjustments are going to have to be made on the defensive side of the ball, and I'm sure they're going to get that. They're going to do that. And that's the great thing about the season. That's the great thing about even at any level of football. It's about getting the kinks out, getting the film out, going back, watching it, and seeing what you can do better and improving week to week. That's all you can do.
There are definitely teachable moments in this where you can say, look, guys, we're off the field on 3rd down, and we line up off sides.
Yeah.
We're off the field on third down and we get a late hit. Those are the things that are coachable. And you're just like, hey, guys, we can't have this. We've got to be got to be a physically sound football team. Let's play hard-nosed football. Let's get at them in the trenches. Let them know they're in a fight, but we're going to do it. But we're not going to do anything that costs us, because it's already difficult to win a game. But when you give a team extra possessions, when you give team silly penalties, now you're setting yourself up for failure, and you're asking to get beat.
Yeah.
Ocho, now it's time for our next segment, News Cap. The staring contest came to an end today, Ocho, when the Niners and Brandon Aiyuk agreed to a 4-year deal worth $120 million, a deal that would keep him in San Francisco through the 2028 season. Aiyuk accepted the same deal that had been on the table since August 12th. San Francisco will enter the 2024 season as the only team with 8 players earning an average salary of at least $15 million or more. You have Nick Bosa earning $34 million, Brandon Aiyuk earning $30 million, Debo 23.8, Trent Williams 23. He's holding out. Javon Hargrave 21, Fred Warner 19, Christian McCaffrey 19, George Kittle $15 million. In 2023, Brandon Aiyuk had a breakout season, leading the Niners in receiving yards, 1,342, while finishing 9th in the NFL in receiving yards per game, almost 84 yards a game. He was second in yards per catch, 17.9, and first in yards per target, 12.9. He was second team All-Pro. His return means the Niners could have the same 11 starting on offense from last year as soon as they get Big Trent back into the fold. Ocho, what do you think about this?
And that is that's a great thing. That's a great thing for Aiyuk, because I understand how pivotal he is to that offense. Obviously, Debo is good at what Debo does, who I consider a Swiss Army knife in that offense, being able to do multiple things from the slot. I don't really see him much as an outside receiver that can kind of get open on the muscle. I see that as Aiyuk, and what Aiyuk does very well. He can also move to the inside and do dicey and create mismatches in that way. Another important factor outside of the signing of Brandon Aiyuk and understanding how good he is and how efficient he is and how important he is to the offense and Brock Purdy, Trent Williams.
You got to get him in.
Trent Williams is one I thought who would have gotten his deal first before Brandon Aiyuk, because I think they can miss some games without Aiyuk at receiver, and they can find that production somewhere else, maybe not as efficient as Aiyuk, but missing the best left tackle in the game, week 1 or week 2 can hurt you a little bit, because there's a huge drop off without having Big Trent in there. Now we talk about the best tackle in the game, really solidifying the blind side of the quarterback. But I'm happy Aiyuk got his money. He was very, very deserving of it. I don't like the fact that you missed so much time in training camp, because now you have to go from 0 to 100 miles an hour with not much time to prepare for week 1. But it is what it is, and I'm happy for young Bull. I'm happy for him. And the continuity of keeping that damn offense together makes it that much easier for Shanahan and that offense, and the entire team, to make another run, somebody to make it down there to New Orleans again.
Well, I think the thing is with Trent is that you can always slide the protection away from him, knowing he can take the best rusher and neutralize it
every time.
So you don't have to worry about sliding to help Trent. Trent got this. And so now you take your back and you take the offensive line and you slide in a different direction. And now you can help, have the back cheat his way out on the opposite side, knowing Trent's going to neutralize that side. I agree with you, Ocho. I'm glad Aiyuk got this deal done. I think he had earned this. He had proven he had gotten better year after year after year. And when some of those guys, when Debo was down, when McCaffrey was down, Trent missed a couple of games, he stepped up his level of play. Now, they didn't win all those games, but he showed that I can do my part. You can depend on me. You can count on me. And he played extremely well. And he was rewarded for his hard work. And I always like to see that. I like to see guys get rewarded and get what they've earned. I've shown you, I've been healthy. I've been there. And I'm not just a receiver. When Christian runs the ball, or when the running back has the ball, I do a great job blocking and knocking guys.
He's a complete.
Yes. The jailbreak, the bubbles, when we get the ball to Debo, I'm blocking. When we run tight end screens to Kittle, I'm blocking. When we run the screen, obviously to McCaffrey, I'm doing a great job of blocking. So I like to see guys get rewarded for their hard work. And teams don't cap like, okay, treat it like college, knowing after 4 or 5 years, Ocho, you got to move on. So I like when teams reward players that they drafted that doesn't give them any problems, both on or off the field, and reward those guys for their work, their service. So I like seeing that. Yeah. I thought Brandon Aiyuk earned this extension, and he was more than worthy of it.
Oh yeah.
Ocho, Ceedee Lamb summer standoff is Cowboys over. He agreed to a 4-year, $136 million deal, $100 million in guaranteed. He received a record signing bonus, $38 million. The deal will pay him the second highest average salary, $34 million per year, coming in just behind Justin Jefferson of $35 million. After the deal was announced, Ceedee had said he wants Jerry to stop playing games and play Dak Prescott. You look at our numbers together, they're at the top of the charts. I have no doubt that they're going to get the deal done. We all know Dak wants to be here. Jerry wants Dak here. So let's just get under control and kill the speculation. The big news out of the day, Dak had a very tense press conference, Ocho. When asked if he's next, Dak replied, not really sure, not my focus anymore, to be honest with you. Told you guys that, really can't ever say it was really my focus. Would you like it to be done by week 1? I think it says a lot if it is or if it, he says, I think it says a lot if it is or it is if it isn't. However, it doesn't really matter to me, to be honest with you. What does it say if it's not done? That's just how people feel. Which people? I don't know. You're right about that. Dak was told, Jerry Jones said Wednesday about the contracts talk and are more about the franchise can do and can't do. Yeah, I understand that. That's business and the nature of the game that we play. Yeah, I mean, I stopped honestly listening to things that he says to the media a long time ago. Doesn't really hold any weight with me. Wow.
Hey, listen, you saw an interview, you saw answers from a quarterback that's frustrated, that's sick and tired of his owner, always chirping, always talking, saying things like, oh, we're all in, but not living up to his end of the bargain. Talking a lot of cash shit, but not cashing the goddamn check. Now, obviously, he had no choice but to do it with Ceedee Lamb because the market is what the market is. And if you look at Ceedee's numbers statistically in almost every category, it's warranted based on what he had to pay him. Like I said it before when we talked about Dak and his contract. If I was Dak, I wouldn't even re-sign because I would hit the market, understanding I have the leverage, I have the power. And, you know, with the way Jerry is treating you, if you think about other quarterbacks in other situations, when a time like this has come up, they don't hesitate in taking care of their quarterback of the future. They don't hesitate. There are no problem. There are no owners in front of the mic saying what is good and what isn't good. It just gets done. So him playing with you like this, it lets you know how, you know, I understand business is business, but there's nothing to wait for. There's no reason. You've been there the whole time. You've done everything the right way. Dak has said all the right things. Now, I know on the field, people can be very critical of Dak. When it matters most, he hasn't come through. Regular season, beautiful. Playoffs, they've always fallen short. But again, there is no replacement for Dak at this time. So right now, despite what's happened on the field, in between the lines, in the postseason, there's no other replacement. So you do have to do what's right by that quarterback that's gotten you to that point of being in the playoffs. I mean, obviously you can be very critical of them in the postseason, but it is what it is.
This is where I disagree with you, where you say if I was Dak, I wouldn't even want to sign. Okay, let's just say for the sake of argument,
I hit the market. Can you imagine what the Raiders would give him next year? Can you imagine what the Raiders would give him next year?
You got to make it the next year.
He ain't finna get. He's not gonna get hurt. But God got him.
You said that before when he broke his ankle. Remember that? You remember that? You say God got him. Did he break his ankle?
Yeah, yes.
How much time did he miss?
Yes, sir.
Rest of the season.
Damn, So
right. You want $60 million. They come to you and got 57.5, 58 million. You gonna turn that down and say, no, I want to hit the market because I want $60 million? Or do you take that deal?
Or think about this. Are you sick of the shit? Are you sick of this fucking circus? Think about that. Do you want to deal with that for another 4 or 5 years? Do you want to deal with the pressures of your owner at the goddamn mic, where you got to make a speech like Suge Knight did back at the damn awards back in the day? If you get tired of your owner over in front of the mic, come on over here to, I'm not saying no names, but you know what I'm trying to reference. He might be tired of that. I think other players might be tired of it as well. Stop continuously adding pressure to us that already comes with the star itself. The product sells itself. You don't have to be the front and center of attention. I continue to say the same thing over and over. Now you saw a quarterback that did an interview that is sick and tired of it.
But this is what you get.
All he does is talk, but there's no action behind what he's saying.
But Jerry's made it abundantly clear with his statement. He wants to be the focal point. He wants to be the guy that gets the credit when they win, and he doesn't have a problem. He let it be known. He let that be known. But nobody's surprised. I mean, it's not like Jerry is breaking. He's not like it's an Amber Alert. It's interrupting anything to bring you news that Jerry wants to get credit for the success of the Cowboys. That's who he is. That's why he ran Jimmy off. And so for me, Ocho, I just think the thing is, look, Dak just wants to see the problem that Jerry has.
Yes, sir.
Dak has never embraced Jerry like Tony Romo did, or like some of the other players.
He's different.
He's always Heisman posed him. Yes, you're the owner. Yeah. I'm not buddy. I'm not going to your house. I'm not doing all that. I'm going to do my job. You pay me accordingly, and I'm going to keep it like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, straight business.
And that's how
strictly business.
That's how Dak has kept this relationship with Jerry Jones. And Jerry likes to get buddy. You know, he and Mike was good. You know, he and Tony Romo, he has this guy. Jerry normally likes the guys that he drafts because he's like, I drafted you. So obviously I like you a lot. And you know, these are my guys, but Dak like, nah, bro. I think you full of it. And so I see it for what it is. Yeah. I'm not finna play with you, and I'm not gonna have you play in my face. I'm the quarterback until otherwise noted. But I'm going to do my job, and I'm going to start worried about what you say, because what you say don't mean nothing. A lot of times you just talk the talk because they give you a mic, and you're going to say some of them countryisms, and everybody's going to laugh, but I don't think what you be saying is funny.
Yeah, not at this point.
that's how Dak is. That's what Dak is looking at it as.
Not at that. Listen, if you know us, you know, I'm gonna say it without saying the wrong thing, but if you know us and you're able to read between the lines and understand mannerisms, even though you're in front of the media and having to portray yourself in the right way, being the quarterback of a historic franchise is that, you can read between that.
Sure.
You know what he's trying to say. You know what he really want to say. You know what Dak really want to say.
Honestly, I've never heard a player say that about an owner, but we don't normally get owners that get in front of the mic and try to dominate a press conference, try to dominate the headlines.
Yeah.
Not Jerry. Well, look. When Jerry came in, Al Davis was that guy. And Jerry learned a lot of what he knows about being an owner from Al Davis. And so basically he's taken over that role, is that nobody was going to be bigger than Al Davis or the Raiders. That wasn't going to happen.
Right.
Jerry looks at it the same way. Nobody's going to be bigger than Jerry. That's why he's not going to hire no coach with no name. He ain't even have you. Yeah. He hired Bill Belichick. He hired Sean Payton. Huh? That's why he got rid of Jimmy. He was never going to be bigger than Jimmy because Jimmy won. Jimmy won at college. Jimmy won in the NFL because Jimmy knew the players that he got, because he tried to recruit a lot of the players that played in college ball that was coming into the league. Jimmy tried to recruit them. So he knows what's going to work. That rubbed Jerry the wrong way.
That's like right there, that's called sabotage.
Yeah.
You can't even get out your own way for your team's success.
I want it, but I need to get the credit for it. I'd rather lose my way than win somebody else's way. How about that? He would rather lose his way than win someone else's way.
And that is why you continue to get the same results at the end of every season, because you're trying to do it your way. You gonna let me steer
the boat?
You can't stay.
You gonna let me steer the boat, Ocho? Damn it, I'm gonna sink it.
Yeah, I'm
gonna sink it. No, you won't. No, I asked you. I let you let me do it earlier, and you wouldn't. So now I got to sink the boat. You wouldn't let me steer it, so I'm gonna sink it.
Yeah, and you know, I don't think the fans even realize what's going on. I don't even think they realize what's going on. Hold on. Continuously every year, you're sold a dream, and you buy into that dream.
A lot of times.
And in the postseason, you finally wake up. and then you go to sleep and you get sold a dream the
It's
following year
Groundhog's
for the
Day.
next
It's the
season.
same thing over and over. A lot of these fans, Ocho, were some of these fans, a lot of them, the older guys, they were fans of the Cowboys before Jerry even got there. That's in them. And then a lot of these fans, when you know who the owner was, but he wasn't this outspoken when Jerry was there and they were winning, how can you not?
Right.
I mean, it's kind of like if you're 7, 8, and 10 years old now and you're a Chiefs fan, how do you get away from that after you've seen what Patrick Mahomes has done? If you grew up in Boston, you was born in the early 2000s, and all you know for 20 years, so from the time you was a baby and the time you was 20, all you know is the Patriots winning. How do you get away from that? Even when they have lean years, you've seen it at its best. A lot of people see the Cowboys went 21 straight seasons. They never had a losing season. They were always winning. Coach Landry, he fired Coach Landry as soon as he got there. Coach Landry was a mythical figure. I can't have you here. I got to get you out of the way. Let me bring this college coach in there. We don't even play for the. Oh damn, man! Hold on. They winning. Oh shit, 2 Super Bowl back to back. Oh, I got to get you up out of here because you about to turn into another Tom Landry.
Yeah.
See how that worked?
Hey,
and plus, listen, and you knew it was about that because the man wouldn't put him in there. He wouldn't put him in the Ring of Fame. He's the second best coach in Cowboys history, and you wouldn't put him in the Ring of Honor. You made that man wait all this time.
Yeah, that's personal. That's personal. That's personal. But again, and you wonder why you're not getting the results you want to because you continue to try to do things your way when your way's not working. But yet again, here we go again, a new year coming around, 2024. Let me try one more time. Get in front of the mic. Now your quarterback is sick of the bullshit.
I love how y'all talking about Shannon this game 1. But see, y'all get mad at me when I tell y'all things, and then, bro, I know what game it is. I say, but did you see anything different in game 1 from Colorado this year that you didn't see last year? Oh, Shador opened the season last year with over 500. Travis Hunter was sensational. Horn was fabulous. What about the defense? What about the costly penalties? But don't worry about it. We're gonna circle back, and I want y'all to say the same thing because we got a subject we're gonna talk about a little later today about Kadarius Toney. Who saw this coming, Ocho?
That's my guy, baby.
Well, you bet get him on the Bengals because he's available.
Oh, he gonna be somewhere. You ain't got to worry about that because he's still a special
You told me he was gonna be in Kansas City.
He's still obviously, you know, his days were numbered when they got Hollywood Brown.
His days were numbered with his behavior and dropping of the passes. They wouldn't have got Hollywood Brown if he was doing what he was supposed to. They wouldn't have drafted Xavier Worthy. Think about it. They traded. He was a first round pick.
They still. Yeah.
I keep telling you, you won't listen to me. Chad, how many times have I told you? They'll tolerate you until they can replace you. The moment they can replace this young man, what did they do? But anyway, we'll talk about that a little later. Let's go ahead and talk about this here. If the Cincinnati Bengals want to get an extension done with Jamar Chase before the season starts, it looks like they're going to have to write a pretty hefty check to make it happen. Chase wants a new deal that would make him the highest paid player in NFL history. That title currently belongs to Justin Jefferson, who got a 4-year extension worth $140 million in June. Chase is looking to blow that deal away. He's not looking to blow that deal away. Instead, he wants to be the highest paid by 1 cent. So it appears to be to get the deal done, it would take $140 million and a penny.
Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know where that came from. I'm not sure that report came from. I'm not sure how true that report is. Now, what I do know is I said it before when we were on here. I said, well, no, it was on something. I think it was with Adam Schefter. I said, I don't think I don't think Jamar Chase is touching the field until he gets the deal done. Obviously, he is making minimum wage for the type of receiver that he is in this NFL. He's a top 3 receiver based on what he's done so far and based on what he's going to do. We understand his potential and what he can be for the Cincinnati Bengals. If you watch the Cincinnati Bengals offense, it is run through Joe Burrow's the quarterback, but the main threat is Uno. We all know that. When they break the huddle, defenses make their adjustments and their alignments based off where Uno goes. We know that. Now, no disrespect to the Bengals, they have a great receiving core and some great depth at receiver, but there's a difference in Uno and everyone else. Now, I also see T. Higgins as 1A. I don't really see him as a number 2, but it's still different. It's still different. There's a reason he was drafted where he was drafted in the first round, because he is that great. He is that phenomenal. He is a difference maker. He can hit his head off the goalpost from anywhere on the field. And we understand the importance of that and what he brings, to that team. Joe Burrow knows that. So at some point, Joe Burrow is going to have to interfere, because he understands, like, listen, we always start the season off slow. We always start 0-2 out the gate, 0-3 out the gate sometimes. This year is different. Teams in the AFC North have gotten better. The Browns have gotten better. The Steelers have gotten, they've gotten better. Hey, hell, the Ravens have gotten better. So you can't come in here, playing around. The culture has shifted in Cincinnati. Things are different in Cincinnati from top to bottom, the way they do things. And I think they will get it done. I don't think he wants to be the highest paid, but he will be top 3.
Of course he
does. Yeah. Yeah, I don't. They not doing that now.
But here's the thing:
they're not going to make you. They not. I don't know. He's going to be paid within, top 3. Now, I don't know. I can't speak because things have changed based on what they're willing to do. But I know one thing, and I said it. People were making fun of me. You said he wasn't touching the field, and he went to practice, and y'all thought because he went to practice, oh, okay, now you're coming back. No. Yeah, he holding in. And the one thing I know, based on what I know about Jamar, is he mean business. He mean business, and he ain't finna play about his money, because he understand what he's done. He understand his worth, his value, and I'm sure the fans understand that. Well, actually, they don't, because none of them have been on his side based on what I've seen on Twitter so far. They're like, well, you signed the contract. You need to obey your contract. And I didn't even want to get in that argument, but for some reason, fans are always on the owners and the team side, But it's crickets when they decide to cut a player who was also in the contract, and it's always crickets. Yeah. But that's a whole nother story.
Because the players change. Team colors really don't change. That team really doesn't move.
Yeah.
And the thing is working against Chase is that he has 2 years left. Ceedee had one.
Yeah.
Well, Ceedee had one. Ceedee was a franchise. Yeah, Ceedee was I think they franchised Ceedee, right? Or he had 1 year left. He had 1 year left. Yeah. Jefferson had 1 year left. Chase has 2, Ocho. How do we get there after 2?
Hey, let me see. Let me talk to you about that. When it comes to special players, right? There are very few of them in the NFL. On every team, there's maybe 1, maybe 2 if you're lucky. Like 49ers, you got a Trent Williams, you got a Christian McCaffrey. Special. Bengals, Jamar Chase. I can go down every team. Everyone has a special player that is deserving of said contract, despite how many years you have. There's a thing that I call doing right by an individual, because you know what value they bring to your team, regardless of how many years are left on a contract. I understand the way business works. I understand he has 2 years left. But in good right and in good faith, if it was me as an owner, I know what value he is, and
but
how
you have to be willing to give up something, Ocho. You can't say, well, give me that and give me the game, because I'm giving you the game because you want security, right? So what are you going to give me in turn for this security? You got 2 years, not 1. You're not at the end of the deal. You got 2 years left, because you and I, we got to, when you run a business and I run a business, I got to look at it from a standpoint. Yeah, I want everybody to eat, but what do I get in return for giving you this? I'm giving you financial security, a boatload of it, 2 years earlier than I have to. Really, theoretically, Ocho, 4 years, because now you can play those 2 years, and I can pick up that 5th year option. That's 2.
That 5th year option,
I got 2 franchise tags. So theoretically, I really don't have to do anything for 4 years. So
well, actually, you don't want to piss him off either.
What I'm saying,
you don't want to piss him off either.
What do I get in return? You have to give up something, Ocho, because if I come to you with 2 years left, what are you gonna give me? So
Right.
you got to give me some leeway, Ocho.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm sure it will. I mean, listen, it's those that work upstairs that are going to get
He
that
had to go
done,
to a cheap
but they have to
organization.
have. Yeah,
That don't be
you
want to
got to
pay no money,
understand. But
Ocho. You know
listen,
Mike Brown, man.
well, listen. Like if you look at some of the off season acquisitions now, we open up the play, we open up the wallet now.
But that's to bring you in. I
open up
already
the
got
wallet.
you
That's
here.
why I said. Yeah, that's why I said the culture. That's why I said the culture has shifted, especially when it comes to paying players. But I think they gonna get it done. He's not touching that field without him.
No,
I
sure.
can tell you that.
I don't have a
I can
problem.
tell you that.
But if he's slotted somewhere, if he comes in like Ceedee,
yeah,
then I think that's the Browns. I don't think the Bengals have a problem giving him an extension to put him in that top 3, top 4. It's just that with 2 years left,
right, we can't put you number 1.
Yeah,
you pole
vault Jefferson,
right?
And when Jefferson numbers, if you go back and look at it through the first 3 years, Jefferson's numbers are better.
Yeah. Oh, wait, listen, hold it. They better, but Chase is right there now. he right there with him.
And think about
right there with him. So
the guy, I mean, 1,900 receiving yards 1 year, all those catches. Last year he missed 7 games and still had over 1,000 yards. JJ. So look, you're splitting hairs because each week you're like, I want this guy, I want that guy. 1 week it might be JJ, next week it might be Ceedee, next week it might be Chase, it might be Devontae, it's your preference. What do you like?
Right.
But when you start getting that number with 2 years left, I think that's what the sticking point is.
Yeah.
I don't think they have a problem with giving it. There's like,
right.
Are we really trying to? Because look, the Bengals don't want to set that precedent for everybody, for others, because they looking like, hold on, because owners call and say, hey, Mike, what are you doing? Are you about to start that precedent that we got to go give receivers? Because normally that's reserved for quarterbacks. Quarterbacks for the longest time, Ocho, was after that 3rd year.
Yeah,
you go to them early because hey, it's only going to get more expensive.
More expensive.
So normally that was reserved for the quarterback. Chase said, hold on, wait a minute. When Joey went down, hey, I'll still give you that work now. So I see both sides of it. Obviously, I want the players to make as much money as they can. Because what's coming. And it's going to come sooner than later. The 18th game is coming, Ocho. It's coming. Yeah. They about to do away with one of these preseason games. You're going to have 2 preseason games, 18 regular season games. It's coming. So I don't blame the player. Look, I'm trying to load up. I'm trying to get as much as I can. I'm trying to get back to the table as much as I can. So when I get that 18 game, I get that extra check, and I got that money. I got the extra money hey, I'm okay with it. So I don't have a problem because I know what's coming. You know what's coming. That deal doesn't end till 20. When is the new CBA up? 2020, 2030?
They got a long way. They got a long way to go.
Yeah. And they just went to 17 3 years ago. Think about how long it was. They went from 12 to 14, 14 to 16. So think about that. And they're about to go from 17 to 18 in less time than they went from 12 to 16.
Yeah. Hey, it is. Listen. I really hope they get it done, huh?
I do too.
I really hope they get it done. We, my Bengals, we need to hit the ground running week 1 against the Patriots at full strength. Week 1. Set the tone on the season with a W. Week 1.
The Chiefs didn't get what they wanted long-term as a 2022 midseason trade with the Giants that allowed them to acquire wide receiver Kadarius Toney, who was released this week. General Manager Brett Beach felt the deal was one of the best he's ever made. I don't think we're sitting here for a 3rd straight Super Bowl championship had we not made the trade. From that standpoint, we do it all over again in a heartbeat. I agree. In the 4th quarter of the Chiefs Super Bowl win over the Eagles 2 years ago, Toney scored a touchdown. and another he set up a punt return with a 65-yard touch punt return. Tony wound up playing just 20 regular season games for the Chiefs. He caught 55 passes, scored 4 touchdowns, but one of those games was a notable injuries and dropped passes. Veach added, we're certainly disappointed. I think he's disappointed. We really like the kid, and I know people have different takes on Kadarius, but I know in this building he's a bright kid. I'm certainly sure that there would be things that he'd do differently in regards to just some of the offseason and the stuff taking care of his body. I think it's a process. I think he's a really smart kid. I do think he'll figure it out. He was actually a lot of fun to be around. I just hope the kid that he can get a little good luck on his side and stay healthy. What you think, Ocho?
I like him. I love him. I love Kadarius. A phenomenal talent. If you watch him play when he's at Florida, if you watch him play with the Giants, if you watch him play,
he didn't play well with the Giants. That's why they traded him. Ocho, stop.
And he was hurt. He
well, you can't say that he played well with the Giants.
Wait. Let me finish. Listen. Now he had flashes of brilliance and greatness that I saw in college. I enjoyed it.
NFL, the Giants.
They traded for. Listen, let me finish. The Chiefs traded for him based on what they saw and the potential and what he could do with the ball in his hands.
Why did the Giants trade him?
There was some good. There were some good days because of the injuries. There were some good days. There were some good days with the Chiefs now, except for those moments. Now, you say it all the time, Unc. The game of football is about moments.
Yes.
Now, the moments we remember about Kadarius Toney were big moments, that interceptions, important drops.
Lining up offside.
And it's magnified. Yeah, the offside, and it's magnified, not only because of the team you're playing for, but it's a Super Bowl champion team at that, with arguably the best quarterback of all time on the team as well. So everything is magnified even more. But again, like the GM said, there were some good times. We wouldn't have been in the Super Bowl. We wouldn't have had some of the opportunities we had if it hadn't been for his contribution during that time. Now, it wasn't as perfect as we'd like it and it come into fruition as we'd like. But if he would be able to do the trade again, like he said, he would do it again because of what Kadarius Toney was able to contribute.
I just hope he matures.
Listen,
yeah, obviously he needs a little luck as far as staying healthy, but he needs to mature. And we all don't mature at the age of 21. Sometimes it might be 21. Sometimes kids come in, they're already mature because they had to be mature a lot sooner than they really needed to be. And so you can see that with the way they conduct themselves when they get to the NFL. Some kids, have to be 24, 25. And some never mature. They never, ever get it. But I hope because this is an opportunity, you waited a lifetime to be in this position, you worked your ass off. Clearly, God has given you the ability. But he just needs to understand he got to grow up. People ain't finna babysit you. I am not finna pay you an exorbitant amount of money and babysit your ass. I need you to be an adult. I don't think that's asking too much.
I think he's gonna be all right. He's gonna land somewhere. Sometimes a fresh start to change the scenery is all you need. The receiver room over there now is completely full. Sky Moore and Rashid Rice and Xavier Worthy and Hollywood Brown. So I understand the numbers crunching, and it is what it is. He'll get a fresh start somewhere else. And once Kadarius Toney gets that confidence back and understanding, I'm him, because you were him before you got here. If I can get that Kadarius Toney that had that confidence at Florida, like, boy, you finna get that work.
How many guys in college had confidence? Right. The NFL is a different animal, Ocho.
I know, but listen, especially when you get to the NFL, it's about one thing. It's about one thing. You got to understand. Remember, our game is 90% mental.
Yes.
It's 90% mental. Everybody is equivalent when it comes to skill and speed and all these other intangibles that we talk about. But once you got it up here, it's a wrap.
Well, damn, you said change of scenery. You said that when he got to the Kansas City Chiefs, change of scenery. Now he's at Kansas City. If you can't play in Kansas City with that Andy Reid offense and he let them guys play, just go practice hard. I'll let Patrick Mahomes throw it behind his back. I'll let you, Travis, you know what? I'm going to throw it to you, you catch it, and then you throw it to Kadarius Toney. I'll let you guys do anything you want. Just play hard. Well, damn, Ocho.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, maybe that's the part of the maturation about maturing that needs to happen. Understanding the significance of your role and how important those roles are. And sometimes you don't realize what you got until it's gone. Huh? Sometimes you don't realize what you got until it's
There
gone.
ain't very many places you're going to continue to go before you out the league, Ocho. There are a
Yeah.
lot of talented mofos that's on the street now. You know that.
Yeah, shit. I'm right here. I'm one of them.
Nah, you old. You old. That's a young man's game there. They start trying to rearrange their roster once the guys get to 30. So you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But that's the thing, Ocho. I just think the thing is, I wish somebody could get to him and talk to him. Like, bro, you're not gonna get very many more opportunities. And the only reason he's getting opportunities now, Ocho, he's a first-round pick. Ocho, if this guy was a fourth or fifth round pick, sixth round pick, it's over. But because
you
he's a first-round pick, it's like, you know what? I'm sure a lot of people had him high. Some people took him off their draft board because of some issues. Okay, that's understandable. He's not the first guy. He won't be a last guy that had some red flags and team took him off their draft board. That's okay. Everybody isn't for everybody. But when you get these opportunities,
you got to make the most of them. You got to make the most of them. But you know why he gets these opportunities? We keep saying he was a first round pick. You know why he was a first round pick? That motherfucker's good.
But they cut them. They cut them too.
He's
you
good.
See a lot of first round. Yeah. Hey, you see the guy from Minnesota, Ceedee, the safety, the Georgia, all those talented guys. The Vikings released him.
Yeah,
they cut first round picks when you don't play well.
Hey, you know what? I saw a list. Was it Georgia, Alabama players? I think I saw a list of all the first round picks that even with the Georgia, Alabama, and all of them were cut. I'm not sure what's wrong or where the disconnect is coming from with not being able to transition where they don't fit in the NFL. I don't. It's weird,
bro. I mean, yeah, I think the thing is, Ocho, is that a lot of times, yes, they get great coaching. Obviously, Kirby Smart's one of the best. We know Coach Saban. We don't really have to do a whole lot of talking about him. But you're right. I mean, everybody that goes to these big schools ain't gonna make it. It's just not. It's just. Yeah, you're gonna get an opportunity because you went there. But at the end of the day, bro, you got it's about play, and that's the thing I really like about the NFL. Yeah, it ain't like college. You got to be. Hey, Ocho, you got to play.
Yeah.
Oh man,
you can't.
It was easy for you.
You can't be a liability.
It was easy for you because you had a brother. Sterling Sharpe couldn't catch no balls for the Broncos for me. That might have got like, oh, okay, he got a brother that was a first round pick. Oh, he's an all pro, triple crown. Okay. Hey, I gave him an opportunity. But at the end of the day, what can you do for the Broncos? Because Sterling Sharpe couldn't help them win no game. He was helping Green Bay. And so that's how they look at it. I understand you went to these programs and you back-to-back national championship and you was an SEC Defensive Player of the Year. You hot. Bro, you need to show me that here. I know what you did there. That's why I drafted you. But I needed you to do some of that here. They're not, in today's game, Ocho, they can't wait because they're going to have to pay you too much money by that third or fourth year.
Yeah.
They couldn't bait.
Listen, they got to.
They couldn't bait.
They got to. They trying to find the next one.
And they're going to find it too, Ocho. That's what they, them jokers cut bait. Hey, it's like, I thought y'all had no money. If y'all stop cutting all these players.
Oh, they got money now.
Sure they do. Don't let them tell you they don't. Josh Allen was chosen as the most overrated quarterback. Damn. As the most overrated quarterback in the league as a part of an anonymous survey of 103 NFL players. In the survey conducted by ESPN, 11 players voted Allen as the most overrated quarterback, placing him just ahead of Jalen Hurts and Tua, who got 10 votes apiece. Tagovailoa. Tua. One of the NFC players who voted for Allen pointed ball security as the reason, saying too many turnovers. So because he turns the ball away. But is he not good? Okay, but anyway, we get to that in a minute. Allen also had the most total turnovers in the NFL since he entered the league 2018, which is 102. However, his 221 combined passing and rushing touchdowns during that same time frame is second in the league, only behind my homeboy. His 53 career rushing touchdowns are already second most in the NFL by a quarterback, only behind Cam Newton, who has 75. Ocho, What's your take? Do you believe
My
Josh
take
Allen
is
overrated?
fuck no, he ain't overrated. You goddamn know damn well he's not overrated. Now, coming from his peers, and I'm sure this was probably offensive players too that did this survey. And sometimes when it comes to these surveys, I try to think to myself, did players really vote on this? Did the players really vote on this? Because even the players, whether you play offense or you play defense, you understand how good Josh Allen is, despite the goddamn interception, despite the goddamn turnovers. You understand how special he is and what he means to the Buffalo Bills. So I kind of take stuff like this with a grain of salt, but I do understand where they're coming from based on what he's done, falling short in the playoffs. I could see if you mentioned that and brought that up. Other than that, man, half of the reason why the Buffalo Bills have changed and got back to their winning ways outside of not reaching the Super Bowl is because of Josh Allen and the quarterback. And I would add Stephon Diggs and being a part of that contribution as well and their success. So I'm curious to see how it's going to turn out this year without that type of player offensively at the helm. So much of the load to me is going to have to be on Josh Allen until Keon Coleman gets himself and the rhythm and gets going, and they find that rapport together in chemistry. So I overrated. No, I don't like it. Who else was on that list? Who else was on
Tua
that
and
list?
Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts overrated.
Well, I think the thing is he took a step back. Whatever the case may be.
Yeah, but he was hurt. The
Who cares about that?
His knee was
his paycheck hurt?
He couldn't even run.
Hurt?
He couldn't even run.
Ocho, you know when fans see that number one out there and they see Hurts on the back, that check, he got paid the same whether he was hurt or not.
Yeah.
That's how it works. Nobody cares. Well, if you hurt, Ocho, go sit down. Because you can't use hurt as an excuse if you're going to go out there and play.
Yeah. Now, listen, they started 10-1 last year, right? And then the goddamn kitchen sink fell out the second half of the season. Now, I don't know if that was on the offense, but the games that I did see, that defense stunk that shit up out there.
Jalen Hurts had double the amount of turnovers that he had the year before. So who's that on?
Yeah. That's on him. That's on him.
He played bad. And a lot of the things that was going on when people shouted, you a hater. Man, see, you always talking about black quarterbacks. You never do this. I say, what y'all doing, y'all accepting things and win, you never would have lost. And then when the bottom fell out, man, you were right. How you know? Oh, no, don't ump me now. When y'all was dumping on me earlier, I tried to warn you because I'm just using playing 14 years in the league, studying, watching these guys. I'm telling you, I say they go, hey, there's danger ahead. I'm the check engine light. Now I've been telling you, you know what ass that I'm your check engine light, and I've been warning you. So when it puts you downside the road, what happened? Man, I don't know. You do know. The check engine light been on for 2 months, and you didn't get it checked. You didn't adhere to the warnings that I was giving you. But now, when I got your undivided attention when you're at home in the playoffs, after you done got the brakes beat off you, now I got your undivided attention. Nah, you want to change it up. Well, you always picking on Lamar. Don't talk about Lamar. I'm talking about the Eagles. That's what I was talking about. We'll talk about Lamar at a later date in time. Right now, let's address your Eagles. And see, that was the problem. You know what? That's the thing, Ocho. People have gotten so used to lies that the truth sounds like hate.
Oh. Whoa. Hold on now. Hold on.
That's what it is.
Boy, that's a good one there, boy. Hell no. People have gotten so used to the lies that the truth sounds like
But everybody keeps saying, Shannon, you hating. I need somebody to tell me. A guy that's accomplished what I've accomplished. I'm done. My resume is pick it apart. 13-5 in the playoffs, Pro Bowls, All Pros, All Decade Player, Hall of Fame. Tell me why I would hate on any player. Because only one player currently playing has as many Super Bowls as I have. That's Kelsey. So tell me the players that I'm hating on. I'm waiting. Oh, what y'all gonna do? Y'all want to compare me to a quarterback? Y'all want to compare me to a defensive tackle? I mean, what y'all want to compare me to? I ain't got no problem. Kelsey better than I was. Gronk better than I was. I got what I could out of my ability. I ain't gonna never hate. But I will tell you like it is. But you ever notice, like I tell y'all, when these players that y'all think I be hating on, when they see me, you hard, but you fair. You call it like you see it. So what y'all be saying, y'all be see, y'all fans. And I get it. Hey, you supposed to support your guys. But I ain't got no dog in the fight. My job is to be, when guys play well, I say they play well. When guys play bad, when Patrick Mahomes was playing bad, I said he played bad. Y'all ain't had no problem with that. I gave him the nickname of Homeboy. Y'all ain't had no problem with that. But y'all come up with every excuse. Oh, they should have run the ball. Oh, they throw the ball too much. He ain't got no help. Well, damn, he ain't had no help in one MVPs. But when he loses, we got to blame somebody else. No, I'm just telling you. You turn the ball over the playoffs, you're going to lose. You're going home. It's really simple. It's always been like that, Ocho. And you pay double in the turnover. You pay double for turnovers in the playoffs.
Double in the playoffs, yeah.
So I'm going to keep telling y'all the truth. Y'all know it. But I get it. Does he turn the ball over too much? Yes. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That's what's holding them back. But he ain't overrated. He ain't overrated.
Not even
he's not
overrated.
Because two things can be true. He can be a turnover machine.
Yeah.
And he can still not be overrated. So I think sometimes we conflate the two things together and say, well, because he turns the ball over so much, he can't be that good. No, he that good. You don't put up the numbers. I mean, think about it. He's second. I mean, Josh Allen's only been in the league about 5 or 6 years, and the man got 53 rushing touchdowns. He's going to have, think about it, a quarterback with 100 rushing touchdowns. This guy's going to have 100 rushing touchdowns by the time his career is over, Ocho. Which is crazy. There ain't a whole lot of running backs that got 100 rushing touchdowns. This guy's a rushing touchdowns, There's a chance this guy might have 400 passing touchdowns and 100 rushing touchdowns, which will be crazy, crazy.
Insane.
But at the end of the day, you know that position is measured by one thing, Ocho. Playoffs and wins. That's it. That's it, Ocho. All that other stuff, you can throw for a gazillion yards. Hey, when it comes time to the playoffs, you better throw for a gazillion yards, or you better find a way to get your team. Because that's what, like I said, the thing that's most impressive about Brady is that Brady, within the first couple of series, he could tell what type of game he needed to have in order to win. Oh, man, this is going to be a nip-tuck game. I can't turn it over. Okay, 150, 175 yards with no turnover is going to win it. He says, I'm not going to beat my team. I'm going to let somebody else help us beat them. That's what you got to do. That's what Brady was great at that. He knew, okay. All right, boys, let's go. I'm going to have to throw for 400 plus today. Or I'm going to need to throw for 175 and a touchdown and keep the ball out of harm's way. And I don't think enough Mahomes has gotten good at, look at that, over the last couple of years. We normally used to see Mahomes throw for 300-400. Look at that. Look at the game that he had against Philly in the Super Bowl. Did he throw for 200 yards in the Super Bowl, Ocho? No.
Efficient decision-making at its finest.
This year it took overtime. I think he got over 300, but
critical moments, not turning the ball over.
That's what you got to have. It really comes down to it. In moments, play big in moments. Don't turn the ball over. Let them help you beat them by them turning the ball over. Ocho, the Steelers announced Mike Tomlin finally named Russell Wilson as a starting quarterback, but said the competition and speculation are far from over. Tomlin met with
Tomlin
met with both quarterbacks to inform them of their roles, which called a difficult decision, according to ESPN. Tomlin's message to Wilson is clear. He will have a short leash as a starter. If Wilson struggles, the whispers for Fields will turn into chants. Ocho, do you think Russ was misled by Tomlin when he signed with the Steelers in March during free agency, and he was under the assumption that he would be the starting quarterback? 3 days later, the Steelers acquired Justin Fields. The 35-year-old wouldn't have signed with the Steelers if he knew he would be in a danger of residing on the bench for the entirety of the 2024 season? Ocho, what are your thoughts?
I don't. Shit, it's the NFL, huh? You know, it's about competition. If you're not playing well, next man up. You know, you can't be scared of competition. Oh, I don't want to go to this team because the person behind me has a chance to take my job. Now, what it does at the quarterback position, it does force you to look over your shoulder and play cautious or not play freely. But Russell Wilson, nine-time Pro Bowler, if I'm not mistaken, Super Bowl champion. He's been there before. He knows what it takes to win. I think he'll be fine. Now, something that I did hear about them having certain packages for Justin Fields to get on the field. Now that I don't like. I don't like the I don't like the taking Russell Wilson out the game, messing up the flow of the offense, the rhythm of the offense. For quarterbacks, it's about getting the rhythm and getting a rapport with the receivers, you know, running game and being the flow of offense and then having to come in and out the game. I think it messes up continuity, you know, to me for a quarterback. Other than that, I think Russ is a competitor. He's a competitor. So regardless if the decision was to bring Justin Fields in or if Justin Fields wasn't there, then he would had to be looking over his shoulder for someone else. You know, so it really wouldn't matter. I think he's going to be fine. Running game, Arthur Smith is there. He knows what Russell Wilson is good at. You play to Russell Wilson's strength. You play to the offensive strength, your offensive strengths, and I think they'll be fine. Hey, you got George Pickens. Move that motherfucker around and use him. Move him around and use him. Yeah, shit, George Pickens is one of those players that make your job goddamn easy. Najee Smith is one of those players that could take some of the pressure off your goddamn quarterback. Use him. Najee Harris. Sorry about it. What did I say? Yeah. Oh, Najee Harris, yeah.
Ocho. You said Russ was a 9-time Pro Bowler. How many of those Pro Bowls were with the Steelers? You said he went to the Super Bowl. He won one. How many of those were with the Steelers? You said he passed for all those touchdowns and got those yards. How many of them was with the Steelers?
No.
What did Tom Brady tell you when he went to the Bucs? Whatever he did at New England had no bearing on what he was going to do with the Buccaneers. You just told me everything he did elsewhere. What is he going to do for the Steelers?
Well, we're going to find out.
Let me ask you this.
That's what we're going to do.
Let me ask you this. If Kirk Cousins actually think that the Atlanta Falcons are going to take Michael Penix Jr., do you think he signed?
Well, that's a good one right there.
Okay, well, give me a good answer.
Probably not. Shit, probably
Why not? You say competition is good. Okay. He was going to have to go somewhere.
Shit, yeah, it is. I mean, some people built different. Some people built different. I ain't got no problem.
Name the quarterback that didn't get upset when the quarterback was drafted in the first round. Name one. Brady was upset when they drafted Garoppolo. Brett Favre was upset. Aaron Rodgers was upset.
When they drafted Aaron Rodgers.
Tell me the quarterback that didn't get upset. You said me competition is good. So tell me the quarterback that you know that didn't get upset.
Hey, listen, maybe not at that position.
Oh.
Not at that position.
So what position Russ played? So he was upset that they took Russ, and he probably wouldn't have went to Pittsburgh had they known he was going. Had he known they were going to get Justin Fields.
Where it was going to go?
He had other opportunities. He had other suitors.
Where?
Who
that had a chance? Where they actually had a chance with a Super Bowl winning coach. No, the best decision was exactly where he went, to the Steelers. A winning organization that knows how to win, knows what it takes to win.
If Russ did what you thought he would do, it wouldn't have came down to this. It wouldn't have come down so late before they named the starter. It wouldn't. Hey, Mike Tomlin said he had a short leash.
That's all. Hey, no. That's all mind games. Russ was going to be the starter no matter what. That's all mind games. They doing that just to keep the media going.
You've been telling me all last year that you don't play mind games with the quarterback.
You know good and well they ain't bring Russ there. He wasn't gonna start. Now come on now.
It ain't about starting. It's about finishing. You and I got a bet. You told me Russ gonna start the whole season.
I told you he gonna start the whole season. I forgot what the bet was. Don't worry about it. I bet he do.
I'll remind you when he.
I bet he do. I bet he do.
We already got a bet.
That's God. Listen. One thing about God got favor. One thing about Russell Wilson, he's one of God's children. And I guarantee he started every game.
I guess Justin Fields don't say his prayers at night, huh? I guess Justin Fields doesn't say his prayers, huh?
Justin Fields is gonna have his time. He gonna have his time. His time is not right now. His time is not right now.
You do realize that when you pray about games, you're asking God to be biased because you're saying, God, give me something, but not them. And we know God is anything but a biased God. Now, I ain't say he man or woman. I'm just saying we know he's not biased.
Yes, sir. But you got to understand, when you praying about you in your favor. You're not worried about everyone else's favor because you can't pray for everybody else. I'm not sure. I don't know Justin Fields in that manner to know what he's praying for, but I know what Russell Wilson is praying for.
Okay.
Yeah. I know what he's praying for. Because he his prayers are being answered.
The Falcons, the Patriots, the Raiders, all were in the running for Russell Wilson.
Patriots, no. Raiders, no. Who else?
The Falcons.
No.
Why not? Devontae Adams. They got Drake London. They got Kyle Pitts. They got Bijan Robinson. One got Devontae Adams, Brock Bowers.
What have they won? What have those teams won?
When the last time the Steelers won?
What have those teams won? Huh?
The last time the Steelers won the Super Bowl was what year?
Where would I want to go? Winning organization.
But they haven't won lately.
Neither have the Cowboys. But we talk about them every goddamn day.
That's why we talk about them, because they ain't won nothing.
But again, just historic franchise. Sail off into the sunset. Whatever it may be, I think it was just the best fit. It was the best decision. Super Bowl winning coach. That's the only thing I can come up with.
Patriots coach Gerard Mayo has chosen Jacoby Brissett as the team's starting quarterback, as the veteran held off a late surge from rookie Drake May, the number 3 pick in the draft. I have decided that Jacoby Brissett will be our starting quarterback this season. In saying that, as an organization, we are 100% behind Jacoby. There is no, you got that guy right here, you got that guy right there. We're 100% behind Jacoby. Brissett started all 3 Patriots preseason games, finishing 5 of 14, 36 yards with 0 touchdowns and 1 interception. Damn. May followed up Brissett in all 3 games, going 21 of 34, 192 yards, 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions. He also added 7 rushes for 32 yards and another touchdown. But Brissett's experience has been cited by the coaches. He has 48 career starts, and in 2022 with the Cleveland Browns played a similar offense that Patriots have implemented under Alex Van Pelt, a Browns former coordinator. You like the move?
Goddamn right. I like Drake May. Cool. Nice. But Jacoby Brissett, experience, knowing what it takes to play the quarterback position, being in the league for a little while. I don't really look at preseason numbers. I hope other people don't as well, especially those in the chat. Look at those numbers. It means absolutely nothing. The defenses you get are very vanilla. What you're going to see in real playing time is going to be completely different from that. I think the starters play, maybe 3% of the goddamn snaps.
Most of them don't play at
Nobody's
all.
out there. Yeah, Tip. That too. So, I mean, listen, the sample size about preseason means absolutely nothing. So I think they made the right choice. Did you really want to throw Drake May out there into the Sharks, to the Wolves right away in week 1? No. Why? For what? Allow him to sit back, learn the little nuances, how to study, how to prepare, how to get ready for a game, right behind Jacoby Brissett. And when his time comes, it will come.
Yeah, it'll be on a short leash, though.
You think Jacoby on a short leash too? Okay.
3rd pick in the draft, Ocho. He gonna play sooner. He gonna play sooner than later.
Yeah.
He gonna play sooner than later.
Definitely.
While Tom Brady approval as partial owner of the Las Vegas Raiders is pending, he'll be forced to abide by a unique setup and severe restrictions in the dual role as a Fox broadcaster. Brady is not permitted to be in another team's facility. He is also not permitted to witness practice. He's also not permitted to attend broadcast production meetings, either in person or virtually. Lack of access to coaches and players before games could be the most severe restriction. Those meetings at which broadcast crews meet the night before about matchups, head coaching, key players, and often the lifeblood and insight for the telecast. Aside for the access restrictions, Brady is also subject to other applicable league policies in common to other owners. He is prohibited from publicly criticizing game officials and other clubs. While Brady could, in theory, state that he disagrees with a call on air, he is subject to fines or even suspension if he goes too far. Ocho, you like that?
Yeah, I mean, I like it. I like it. A bit excessive, but it is what it is. They make rules for a reason. It's all about control. Control what you can and control and what you can't. And hey, people in positions of power, swinging their fucking you-know-what, trying to show you, you know what I'm trying to say. I don't want to say it, but that's all it is.
This is unprecedented.
Yeah, a little excessive, I think.
I mean, we've never seen it. We've never seen an owner. Think about it. He's going to be part owner, and he's going to be calling the game. I don't know if we've ever seen this before, Ocho. This is unprecedented.
Right.
So I think when you have an unprecedented situation, you have to have a very unique and unprecedented set of rules.
Yeah. So it's understandable. It's understandable.
Ocho.
Yo.
We got a new sponsor. Thank you, Paramount.
Oh, whoa. We got a new sponsor.
Thank you, Paramount Plus, for sponsoring
Paramount Plus
Soccer Cap. Ocho.
Oh,
that's your time to shine. Do what you do.
Yeah. Chat. I know I have a lot of people in the chat that enjoy the game of soccer. That are soccer enthusiasts like myself and have a passion and love for the game. We have our own segment now. So standing ovation for that. Paramount Plus, I thank you on behalf of myself, my other self, Chad and Ocho, thank you. And we're going to make you happy. Chat, y'all stay with me now. Paramount Plus is the home of the UEFA Champions League this season. The UEFA Champions League debuts a bigger, better, and brand new format, which means more marquee matchups more often. Ooh, but my ass bad, boy. The best soccer players and teams in the world play. Hold on, y'all. Stay with me. Well, my ass are bad for real. The best soccer players and teams in the world play in this competition. If you like the English Premier League, Spanish La Liga, German Bundesliga, and Serie A. Ooh. Hold on, Unc.
I can't see it. You got to read.
Bad, boy. Oh, there you go. Now I can see it. I had to flip. Hey, I had to flip my phone the long way. The best soccer players and teams in the world play in this competition. If you like the English Premier League, Spanish La Liga, German Bundesliga, the Champions League is the only place where you can watch these teams compete against each other to be crowned champions of Europe. Chat, for those of you that don't know, the draw just happened. All the matchups for the newly named league phase are now revealed. The new format delivered on some mega matchups, which include my favorites: Barcelona versus Bayern Munich, Arsenal versus PSG, Milan versus Real Madrid, plus rematches of the last three Champions League finals with Real Madrid versus Liverpool, Man City versus Inter, and Dortmund versus Real Madrid. It all kicks off during the middle of the day, in the middle of the week, beginning Tuesday. Chat, write this down. In the middle of the week, beginning Tuesday, September 17th, with matches at 12:45 Eastern and 3 p.m. Eastern. I'm excited.
Hey, can we get a sponsor for some glasses? Get Ocho some seeing guy glasses. CB.
Oh no, I had to turn my. Hey, hold on. I had to turn my phone sideways. You saw once I turned my phone sideways, I was able to hit that thing right on point. But I had it. Hey, I had it horizontal. Hold on, I'm not finished.
Okay, go ahead.
I gotta finish. Chat, y'all stay with me now. Paramount Plus is the home of the UEFA Champions League. The biggest event in club soccer returns Tuesday, September 17th. I need y'all to do me a small favor. Write this down. Stream every match live exclusively on Paramount Plus. Try it for free at ParamountPlus.com/live sports. You know we love free shit. Ooh, my bad. My bad. Again, try it for free because we know we love free stuff now, people. Listen to me. Try it free at paramountplus.com/live sports. Okay?
Yep.
There we go.
CBS Sports ranks favorites to win Champions League. In fifth is Inter Milan. 4 is Liverpool.
Yep.
3 is Arsenal. 2 is Man City. And number 1, expected to win,
Real Madrid.
is Real Madrid.
I mean, listen, and before we finish, they have Real Madrid to win number 1, and I would assume because Mbappe came over from PSG. I watched Real Madrid play today, They don't really look too good. There's no continuity. There's no flow. The chemistry, it looks very sloppy. Players out of position. I think right now it's really early in the season. It's only week 2, but it just doesn't look right. It doesn't look right. The midfield is not able to get the ball to Mbappe. Mbappe touches off. Vinicius looked kind of shaky today. I mean, they played Las Palmas. I think the score might have been 1-1. I left in the 70th minute because the game was so goddamn sloppy. But maybe by the time September rolls around and they play a little bit more football on the pitch together, they'll look a little better. But Real Madrid didn't look that good. So to me, the list that you just showed me, I have Man City probably repeating the goddamn again because, I don't know.
Well,
I don't know.
We'll see. They reformatted the league. I think it's 36, 9 teams in 4 league and 14 brackets. So we'll see how that turns out. So we're interested to see. So we're going to be half soccer camp where Ocho and I, we discuss this league and other leagues, what's going on. Ocho, not
soccer.
Soccer's back.
Soccer. Thank you, Paramount Plus. Ball. You don't know how much this means to me. This is like Christmas. It's like Christmas in September. Let's go.
It's time for a rough draft in honor of college football season kicking off. Today's prompt, the best college football mascot. I went first last time, Ocho. Now, huh? Oh, we got animation? Okay. Well, I went through.
Oh, we got animation?
Okay, in honor of college football season kicking off, today's prompt is the best college football mascot. Ocho, I went first last time. Now it's your turn to go first. Who has the best college football mascot?
Let me see. Let me think. The best college football mascot. Now, like when I think about it, I want to go between. You know what? I'm going Colorado. I'm going Colorado.
Brutus Buckeye. Brutus.
What? Wait, I have a mascot that outdoes that. I'll just go with the USC Trojan. Okay. Or hell, or maybe the FSU, the Florida State horse. Seminole. Okay.
I'm going Alabama, the elephant. Roll Tide.
What? Unc, you tripping? My list is finna outdo yours.
Well,
just for that. I'm gonna outdo you. I'm gonna outdo you right here. The Oregon Duck.
Okay. I got Bevo, Texas Longhorn.
The Georgia Bulldog. Come on, Unc. You lost this one by
crazy.
By
got this one. I got this one in the bag. You know who I'm gonna go with?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
You lost. Huh? You lost. You lost already. My first 2 beats everything crazy, you said so far.
FSU Seminole? Come on, bro.
The horse, the mascot coming out on a horse with the rifle? I mean, not rifle. What do he carry? Yeah, spear.
A Seminole, who you think he is? David Crockett now? Talking about a rifle. Man, y'all don't know. Ocho, ain't no way y'all can get Ocho that one. Ibis.
Who? You. All right. Listen. Again, Fighting Irish, the leprechaun. You lost that, and I'm sure the chat can agree. That was 5. That was 5. You definitely lost that.
I'm going, you know what? Last but not least. No, we ain't going Horned Frogs, Ash.
What's that?
Yeah.
TCU?
Let's see who I want. Let's see.
Baby.
I'm gonna go cocky. I'm gonna go South Carolina Gamecock. I think Ocho froze. Did Ocho, you freeze?
Nah, I was just right. Nah,
who's your fourth with Ocho? You in Colorado, FSU, Oregon Duck. Notre Dame was 5. Who was 4 for you?
I did the Bulldog,
Georgia,
remember?
Georgia Bulldog.
Yeah, you lost.
Nah, baby, I got you, Ocho.
Buddy. No, ask the chat. Ask the chat.
Chat.
Because listen, three of mine are real, like actually real. 3 of mine
all
are
of mascots
real.
are real. You do realize there's a person inside the mascot, right?
No, I'm talking about. And no, listen, there's really that. Listen, Colorado has Ralphie, a real buffalo. Georgia has a bulldog. I forgot the name of the little bulldog.
Ugga.
The duck. Well, the duck ain't real, but
I'm glad you finally realized that.
Hey, speaking of duck, hey, you remember? You know what? It's so funny. You remember the movie Howard the Duck? Or you remember Howard the Duck? I don't know if I just thought of that out the blue. Hey, chat, y'all remember the movie Howard the Duck? Boy, he was smooth, boy.
Yeah. And then you got the Leprechaun real.
You ain't see the movie Leprechaun?
Yeah. I'm talking about that Notre Dame mascot.
I don't know if they're real, but the movie was funny.
No, we got Bevo, we got Brutus Buckeye, we got Bevo, the elephant, and we got Ibis. Yeah, we got Cocky. So,
you lost that.
I got that one, Ocho. Ocho, check this out. A woman in China enacted a calculated revenge against Louis Vuitton outlet after a negative shopping experience that left her feeling disrespected. During the woman's visit to an LV store, she claimed that the staff treated her dismissively, ignoring her request for a drink and showing her outdated items instead of the latest collection. She also accused the staff of rolling their eyes at her being impatient when she inquired about certain dresses. Frustrated by her experience and feeling further ignored after an unsuccessful attempt to report the issue to LV headquarters, the woman decided to seek revenge. 2 months later, she returned to the store with a bag containing 600,000 yen, which is approximately 110,000 in cash. She made the employees count the entire amount only to leave the store without purchasing anything, ensuring that her displeasure was felt by the staff who had wronged her. You like that, Ocho?
Not really.
Ocho.
Not really.
They counted out 110,000. Thought she was going to spend that money. Not only did they not get the sale, they didn't get the commission.
Yeah, but who is that hurting? It's not hurting anybody. I mean, what are you proving?
You do realize how these stores work, right?
We talk about Louis Vuitton.
Yes.
We talk about Louis Vuitton, probably arguably one of the best-selling high-end brands of all time.
Those people that sell stuff, they don't own Louis Vuitton. They work on commission.
Right.
They thought they was about to get $110,000.
Hold on, they work on commission? Yes. Do you understand how many sales those individuals that work at high-end not boutiques, high-end stores make? That one little sale, she ain't hurt nobody because somebody coming in right out. Listen, I used to work at Chanel in Midtown here in Miami during the Christmas season. You know how many sales I had?
If it didn't matter, why they count the money out?
But listen, the foot traffic, she doing that to prove a point, but she ain't hurt nobody but herself.
Yes, it did. Yes. I don't know if you ever paid for anything. Look, I bought things and dropped a large sum of cash, and they have to count.
Right.
Can you imagine? You go drop off $100,000 or $200,000 in cash. They count all of that.
Oh, and then you talk about and they hype, and you just leave. Yeah, I'd be hurt. I'd be hurt because you wasted my time. My time could have been spent with another customer. Now listen, the funny thing about it is I know so much about this, and I know you're not gonna believe me. I know the chat probably not going to believe me, but in Midtown, I used to work at the Chanel store. Now y'all can ask if anybody lives in Miami that's in the chat. Ask my manager. My manager's name was Yolanda. Shalonda, excuse me, Shalonda. She helped me all the time become Employee of the Month twice. Why? Because of my sales, my ability to sell, and I was great for the Chanel company, and I understand exactly what the lady was doing. But again, when it comes to a store like that where the foot traffic is so heavy, people are constantly coming in for new stuff, new collections. I mean, just coming in with money and having someone count it out, it really does nothing because someone's coming after you and after the next person, after the next
How many
person
people you
to
think
make
coming in
those
there dropping
purchases.
110,000 in one trip though?
Real.
That's the thing.
It happens. Oh, whoa. You know, some of the scammers, you know, I hear mine, you know, they be trying to stunt, you know. You know, they be trying to, you know.
I like it. But that's what I'm saying. You can't judge a book by its cover. You never know who
Oh,
a
yeah,
person
most
is.
definitely.
You give somebody because you don't know them, you don't recognize them facially, and you give them their butt to kiss. Those are the ones that have the brand.
Right. Mm-hmm. And you know what? The ones that really had a bag are the ones that look like they don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we've all experienced it at one time. I mean, I've gone into places and, you know, before I became as visible as I am, and they didn't want to. I remember when I first bought my Rolex, Ocho, I had a stainless steel one my brother bought me for graduation, but I wanted a presidential. And I walked into the store, and I never get dude named Bob. And I said, man, can I look at that watch? He took it out from behind the counter, set it down on the thing, said, go ahead, try it on.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked at him because all the other places, they never did that.
Oh, just gave it to you and let you try it on?
He said it. He had the little black thing. You know, they set it on the thing. They don't set it on the glass. He set it on that little black thing. He said, okay, go ahead. And
he knew who you was.
He had no idea who he was because I was like a second year player. He had no idea who I was.
Okay.
And he looked at me, and I'm looking at him. He looked at me. I'm looking at him.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, you trust me? He said, yeah. He said, you wouldn't if you wouldn't have came. He said, I'm just judging by your mannerisms.
Yes, sir.
It never even crossed my mind that you was gonna try to take off running. I bought it on the spot.
For real?
I did.
How much it was?
Back then, I think it was about 15.5.
That's it? I bet what they cost now. I bet it's about 30 now.
Man, that was 33 years ago. So I'm sure the price of a Rolex has gone up substantially
all the way
from that point on. Yeah. But it's nice to know that, you know, hey, I'm a black kid. I'm a black man in a high-end, you know, store. You know, so, I mean, because I've had people, you know, not want to show you anything. I've had people walk by and the woman clutch their purse.
That happened to you before?
Sure. Women clutch their purse. I'm like, little you know, lady, I'll buy you. But you know, hey, maybe you've had a negative experience, and you know, hey, I'm not, you know, people say I'm crazy, but
see, and you wonder why I stay out of that type of atmosphere. I don't go in those type of atmospheres. I told you what happened to me when I went with you know who for the first time ever. I don't party. I don't like going to those events where the people that from my circle are. If I see you in passing, it's cool. But I don't go. I don't, you know, I don't frolic in that atmosphere. You know, this one, you know, downstairs wanted to go to the Michael Rubin party in Vegas. We go in. We had to go through 4 sets of goddamn security just to get the fuck in. Like, that's why I don't go to stuff like that. I don't like that. Then I get in and I want to go in a certain area where I see my colleagues, my players, certain player, you know, I say, okay, I see bro Chase. I want to go up there and say hello. Security looked at me and looked down at the bouncer. I mean, the lady running the rope and looked at the bouncer and did like this.
What?
I'm like, what? I said, what? I ain't even caused no scene. I said, sir, who is she? And he said, somebody important. I said, okay, thank you, man. Y'all enjoy the party. Listen, Real was pissed because I wasn't even there 5 minutes. I said, man, I'm gone, man. This is why I don't come to stuff like this. I don't enjoy, hey, listeners, everybody in here. Hey, what's up, man? No, I don't do that, man. And it's because of stuff like that.
Oh, that happened.
Like,
I went to an event at Cairns, and I was at an event with D Nice. He was having a party.
yeah.
Now he said, "Hey, man," he said, "Sharpe, I love what you're doing. I love Nightcap, love Club Shay Shay, man. I'm having a party. I'm having a party. I want to invite you." I was like, "Okay."
Yeah.
So Ocho, I'm like, I said, "Where is it at?" Okay, cool. So I'm at this other place that we had to go to first. So I pick up lady that work at YouTube and this other lady work at Amazon. So it's about 4 or 5 of us. So I get up there and I was like, ladies like, you're not on the list. I said, but I talked to D Nice. I was at an event with D Nice yesterday and he told me to come. I said, okay, no problem. By that time, this brother, he's like, Sharpe, what's up? I said, man, I was at an event with D Nice yesterday and he told me to swing by. He said, how many you got? I said, it's 5 of us.
Yeah.
He said, come on. She's like, well, he's not on the list. Come on. Ocho, you know me. I turn around. You know what I mean? I ain't with that. Yeah, I petty like that.
Yeah.
But I just say the thing. Like, I'm like, lady, you think I would have come here if I wasn't told to come in? How would I even know where to come?
Right. Yeah.
I
don't like, I have the resources and access to be a part of that lifestyle.
Yeah.
I have the access and resources to try and want to be a celeb.
Yeah,
to try to want to fit in. They're trying to I just never ever, and you don't know me personally, but I just never ever.
I'm too busy. I'm working.
What I've been able to do as far as exposure and the people knowing me ain't got nothing to do with being outside. This ain't about being outside. It's about what I did on that goddamn field and the goddamn work me and you done put in on this damn show. That's it.
I mean, I'm like that too. I mean, a lot of times Shelly be wanting to go places. I'm like, Shelly, I don't want to. I'm busy. I got to work. I go to this thing about at 12 o'clock. I got to get up the next morning, whether I got to do, first take or whether I got to do other stuff. I'm like, and I try to go. I mean, I try to meet people. You never know who you're going to meet. Because a lot of times I've gone to events and met people that are in a position that could help us grow. But yeah, I'm like you, man. I don't really have time to be waiting, man.
Hey, and one thing about it, I know the chat, but one thing about it, when you get all them famous folk together, boy, it's so phony, Unc. It's so phony, man.
Yeah, I mean, Ocho, I'm who I am, man. I mean, I'm just like, hey, I'm adapt. Hey, how you doing? I appreciate it, man. Thank you for your support. Appreciate everything. I go back to my little corner.
Yeah.
Shelly be like,
corner.
Won't you go mingle with who and talk about what?
That's phony.
Yeah, I mean, I went to. Ocho? I went to at the Super Bowl. I went to the commissioner's party. And I think we probably there because Shelly wanted to go. Let's go to the commission party. I want to go. You don't do nothing. All you do is stay in this room. Yeah. So we go to the commission's party. We get there, Ocho. Now the tickets that she got on her phone, it won't upload.
Uh-oh.
You know me. And one lady, Ocho. So I think it was at the Win. So you get on you go, you got one checkpoint. Now they put you on golf carts and take you to another checkpoint.
Okay, see, that's how it was at. Okay. So
it's kind of like when you had it used to be like you go through security at a TSA. I'm like, how the hell you think I got to this point if I didn't show him my driver's license? Why you need to see it again? I said, how you think I got this far? But okay, get the one checkpoint, show your ID, show you thing, boom. Get on the golf cart, go way around there. only to go through metal detectors and get on the golf cart and go again. So we get to the second thing, and Shirley's tickets won't upload. I said, see, this is why I don't go nowhere. This is why right here.
Yeah.
Because I ain't got no patience. I said, Lord, you know I'm working. Now you say, hey, see, the thing is what strength is that he gives you things, put things in front of you that test your strength. So that's how you become strong.
Right.
He know I ain't got no patience, Ocho. He know. And he know I'm trying. Lord knows I'm trying. But it's just so easy for me to say, F it. I'll go home in a minute.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't care how
the fact it's easy for me to
I can have on an 8-piece
It's easy. See, it's easy for me to go home because I don't even want to go out. Like, so the times that I've had to go out, and that one time that I went out it was Super Bowl. Super Bowl was in Vegas, right? Yeah, the one time Mud was out because the individual with me died. Now I ain't even finna say a name because we still beefing. I wanted her to experience what it's like to be in that atmosphere, to see some of my colleagues, allow her to network a little bit with some of the people that she might have opportunity to work with, in her field and her respective craft. But that lady, I just, man, shit, all right, well, I'm gone. 5 minutes. It took 20 minutes to get through security, the 4 checkpoints. I was in there 5 minutes. After that, I was gone. I was gone.
Like me, Ocho.
Tell me I can't go up there. You look at me and look me up and down. Look me up and down like I didn't put in goddamn 40 years of work to get to this point and act like I ain't nobody.
Yeah. I dip in a minute, Ocho. I ain't afraid. I go home and take my clothes off, hang them right back, put it right back up in the closet. There'll be another opportunity for me to wear them again.
Yeah,
please. But it ain't that serious with me. It's not. It's really not. I don't go nowhere to be seen. I'll go, like if I give somebody my word, like, hey man, I'm having this, I'm like, okay. I'll show. Especially if it's the person that has the event, if I give them my word, I show up.
Oh yeah, I show up. Yeah.
Bro, I ain't gonna be there long. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'll probably be there about 10, 30 minutes tops. Bro, I just that ain't my thing. But I get it. I get it, Ocho. It's frustrating that, like, okay, this is an event, and I see a lot of athletes, and y'all know who I am. What y'all think going on? But some people got their thing, and I don't begrudge them. Hey,
it's all cool. It's all good.
Somebody, you go to the place like, hey, Sharp, we're gonna get you in. Step to the side. Oh.
What you looking at your watch?
Yeah, for
looking at your watch?
Oh, how long you think I'm gonna stay there? How long you think I'm gonna stay there?
Right.
Man, please. Ocho, there's a Philly couple that was getting busy in a Range Rover and it accidentally rolled into the river after they hit the gear stick while in the back seat. I'm trying to figure out how they been. Like, you talking to somebody that been driving a Range Rover, and I ain't never had that happen to me. I'm just saying. I mean, somebody told me it's hard to do that. I don't know. But Ocho, the couple were getting busy in the back of the car around 4:15 a.m. and bumped the gear, the SUV gear stick. Moments later, the Range tumbled into the edge. It sank into the water about 2 miles from the Philadelphia City Hall. The unidentified couple jumped out of the SUV before the vehicle hit the water and plummeted beneath the surface. They were butt ball.
I like that. That's a little excitement. Listen, if at any point their relationship might have been rocky and we talk about spicing a relationship up and doing something different, that's it. I like it. Car falling in the river.
No, I don't even follow that. Ocho, now you know you bought a car. I'm the car king.
Right.
I'm the car king.
Right.
I love a good car.
Hey.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, back when your boy was young, Ocho, your boy, your boy was hell when I was
you was hell when you hell.
Ocho, that was before they roll Sparks.
Right.
Driving, we driving. She in Tampa. We driving down to Orlando. Right. It's raining.
Okay.
It raining hard.
God damn.
I'm talking about hard. I said, man, you can't see. I said, won't you pull side the road? She pulled side the road.
Yeah.
She look at me, I look at her.
Yeah.
What's understood don't need to be said. Hey, what's going to do? Don't need to be saying. O'Shea, 95. Hey, I want 95 doing what I do.
Yeah. I like it. Listen, I've had some encounters in cars throughout the years. High school. The drive-in theater down in Broward. These back in the days. Back in the days.
Did about 4-5 years ago for me.
But goddamn, you could. I can't move
yes,
like that. I need room.
Yes, I can. It's all of a sudden. It's something about that. Oh, we ain't got to go in the house. You in the driveway.
Right.
We ain't got to go in the. Girl, you better stop playing with me. I come up out it. Man, please. I come up out it quick.
Hey, well, you know, I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try that with, you know, I'm celibate right now. I'm on strike right now, but you know, I think to spice things up, to get us back on the same page, to rekindle that flame, to ignite that spark, to put kerosene on the coal and get the fire back going in September. Well, no, really November. She gonna have to wait till after September, November, start doing stuff we've never done before, doing things out the ordinary, doing things that are extraordinary. And you know, starting with the car would be one of them. Public places would be another.
Ocho, you're paid.
Yeah.
You boy, hey, it's the thought
right
of potentially. I can't run that risk now, but I done been heated.
But listen, I can't run it. I can't run it either, but I'm gonna run it. I ain't got no choice, just because it's like different. The adrenaline rush, the excitement. I ain't supposed to be doing it, but it's fun.
Hey, I remember in college, Ocho, out in the Forsyth Park.
Who?
In Savannah.
Okay.
I stuck my head out the window, sir. You know you're not supposed to be here. Okay. With the fire. Ocho, I hit that thing on Ocho. We ain't had no button you push. I rolled that thing down, had my head with it, sir. Man, they thought I was working in the fields. I was sweating. But I said, Lord, have mercy.
Yeah, no.
Man, that was back in. Anybody know?
Back in the day,
man. But you were risky back then. I don't have that tolerance for risk like I once did.
Right.
And then I started thinking, like, man, I'm Sterling Sharpe's brother. I am. I'm Shannon Sharpe too. Savannah State. Everybody know. I said, man, I can't keep putting myself in a situation like that.
Right.
I ain't stop it totally, but I cut down. You know what I'm saying, Ocho? I ain't cut it completely out. Damn.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to figure out, Ocho, I got a range. I'm trying to figure out how you hit the gear.
I think they were lying, because I've had a Range Rover before.
Maybe they was in the front seat and she possibly straddled it.
Well, even still, you would still feel it rolling no matter what.
And they jumped out butt ball. I'm gonna get the clothes first.
Man, you ain't even got to hit the clothes. I mean, once you feel it rolling, the first thing you do is you hit the brake. Somebody jumps to the front seat and hits the brake. How you allowed to even roll that far? So something ain't right. Something fishy.
Yeah, y'all do it. They don't know how to do it. They should have, somebody that practiced high school. Because in high school, you ain't had no bed, because you wasn't going in your grandma's house, and you couldn't run the risk, because her parents catching her. So it wasn't no bus car.
Oh, no. Yeah. You had no choice. And you had no money for no damn room either.
What? Hey, Chevette, a Fiero, and I said it compact. Didn't matter. I was flexible.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Listen, I'm not even gonna mention. Shoot, my mama had a Pacer. My mama had a Pacer back in night. I never forget. Back when I was at Santa Monica Junior College, I used to use a Pacer. Shit, boy, stop playing with me.
And there wasn't a car small enough that I couldn't get in. I could have fitted one of them clown cars. They be driving around the circus. They had the 50 people come up out of the car. I could have fitted one of them, Ocho.
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh, them were some
He
good
sure
days,
live,
boy.
man.
Golly. Well, you got me over here. Well, let me stop before I get in trouble.
Mm, 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 mm.
Dang.
Gee, isn't it
Good
funny how
days, boy.
time just slip on away, Ocho?
Yeah, it do. It do. It do. And one thing about it slipping, you sure can't grab it back.
Oh, yeah, hey, with them sparks you can. With them sparks you can. Oh, Ocho. When that, hey, when they say that time is right.
Yeah. Matter of fact, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna try that in November.
Ocho, don't wait no November. Don't wait no Ocho.
Oh no.
Because,
Oh no.
hey,
Listen.
you wait
Listen.
that long, Ocho.
Hey, I gotta set a precedent in this
Now,
household. I gotta restore. I gotta restore order in this household. Things getting out of
get them
hand.
sparks.
People getting kind of
You can restore,
comfortable.
you can restore order.
Yeah. I'm try. I'm finna restore it. I'm finna
Hey,
restore it. I'm finna restore it.
What you drilling for? Oil? Yep. Eureka! Damn! Them roast bar don't play. I ain't gonna lie to you, Ocho. They don't play. They the truth. Hey, they what we call Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Them things the gospel.
Well, what you said? What you drilling for? Oil?
Woo!
Boy, that's a good one there, boy.
Ocho, now it's time for our final segment of the night. It's time for Q&A.
Q&A. Let me use the bathroom real quick.
Hey, y'all order some of them roast. Y'all order some of them sparks. Y'all don't went on that site. I know we got a pen up there. Y'all got some? Because we was at the place in Atlanta and Houston, and guys showed them to me. They done got them. So y'all need to go and get them things. They the truth. They the truth. Mm-hmm. I'll be on them hard too. Ocho told me he gonna wait till November.
I promise you. Hey, listen, listen, you're not understanding. We have created a monster.
Oh, real?
A monster. Yeah, man. Yeah, so I gotta stand on business, not just for me, but for men all over the world. I gotta set an example. I gotta set a precedent to let fellas know at some point we have to stand on business and let them know certain shit ain't flying no more. You ain't getting none of this. Period. Mm. You feel me? Now, I made her go stay on the east wing. I made her stay on the east wing. I'm on the west wing. My game room, my bedroom. Like, don't even come up here. Ain't nothing. Like, she tried to be nice to me, right? Look what you see, she bought me a Big Mac, and bought me some fries and Coke. You know, trying to like, you know, nah, no. I don't care about you buying me McDonald's this time of night.
I love that. I ain't nothing like that. Angry?
Nah. Oh, nah, no. You finna wait. You finna understand that, like, there needs to be order. And it's gonna be order. And I'm gonna make sure it gets restored by standing on business.
Well,
shit.
Well, you keep that up. That ain't me. All right, Kemper Norwood Jr. asked, who is on your Mount Rushmores of defensive backs, and I'll be building a team tomorrow night. Who is on your Mount Rushmore of, it says OBJ. It says OBJ. You see that? Who's on your Mount Rushmore of defensive backs, and I'll be in the building tomorrow night. Yeah, he says he's going to be in the building, but who's on your Mount Rushmore DBs? Yeah, so man, I don't know. Ash tired, y'all.
What happened?
She tired. So Kimber Norwood wants to know, Ocho, who's on our Mount Rushmore of DBs, and he will be in the building tomorrow night.
All right, my Mount Rushmore, obviously Deion Reeves, Champ Bailey. from that point on, it's oh shoot. Damn. There's so many worthy of that 4 and 5 spot.
You ain't got before. Ain't but 4 heads on Mount Rushmore. Unless you building a new one.
Okay. Well, who would be a good fourth?
I would probably take, I like that. I like your list. I mean, I think Revis and Time, they have to be up there. I'm gonna take what
I say a champ.
I'm gonna take Mel Blount because they changed the rules for him. He's the one that he was so physical that they did away with the 5 yard. He was the one that made him do away with the 5 yard contact. And I would probably put, before he blew out his knee, I think Rod Woodson. He ended up moving to safety and had a hell of a career at the safety position. But before he blew out his knee, he was special. So that would be my DVs. I would take Revis, I would take Time, I would take Woody, and I would take Mel Blount.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
Good luck. Samuel Griffith said, "Hey Shannon, could you talk about how Pat Bowlen created a winning culture?" Look, Mr. B didn't care about anything except winning, and he did the best job he could of hiring the best coaches. And allowed them to do their job. The general manager was allowed to do his job. The coaches were allowed to do their job, and whatever we needed. I mean, when Mike came in, they trained the training table. We had the best of everything, but he made it real easy because it was. I think it starts from the top to the bottom with the way he talked to us, the way he treated us. We knew we had the best coaches. We had the best training staff. We had the best equipment. We had the best of everything. And so it was really easy for us to go out there and just do our job, Ocho. There was, we're on the road. I mean, he's the one that's paying for us to get the fights to watch when we're on the road. We watching Tyson Holyfield. We watching we watching Tito and De La Hoya fight. We watch fight, all you had to do is just tell Mike, hey, Mike, guys want to watch. Hey, no problem, 84. It was just, Mr. B was, but the thing is, Ocho, it was different for me because I had a different relationship than most players have with the owner. So it was different for me. I was one of the first players, me and Steve Atwater. I came in 90, Atwater came in 89. So I was the first player to go into the Hall of Fame that he actually drafted, that he was the owner that that was drafted. So he was always, I remember I brought my girlfriend a fur coat. She was pregnant at the time. And I was like, hey, do we really need this? I said, we got a baby coming. And so I wanted to take the coat back, but they wouldn't take the coat back. So I told Mr. B, his attorney at the time, Rich Slifka, hey, got it handled. Got it taken care of. So, like I said, my relationship with Mr. B was a lot different than a lot of players' relationship with the owner. I had his personal line. I could call him. I don't know how many players have the owner's personal line. I could call him. I was always, because his kids, he had 2 older kids, Beth and Amy. That they're pretty close to my age. We might be a year or 2 apart, but the other ones are much younger than me. And so I watched all the kids grow up, but Mr. B was great, man. It was great. And man, you just had a relationship. I could joke with him. I was the only one that could joke with him. Because he used to be down there every Thursday. He would come down to Greek's office, Steve Antonopoulos. Okay, who was hurt today? Who missed practice? What's it going to be like? Going to be able to go? And so he would always be in there. He'd have a cut-off shirt. He had some shorts that was way up. He have his tube socks pulled up, and he have his glasses on, his shorts. So I went up to his office because he wasn't down there. He wasn't in his office. And I asked the secretary, I said, I need to get Mr. B's glasses. She's like, go ahead, Shannon. He's not in there. So I went and got his glasses, cut me up some shorts, cut me up a shirt just like he had, got some socks, pulled them way up. And so I know what time he's going to come down and go in Greek's office. And while Greek is, talking to players, he's going to be in there with his feet up on the desk. beat him to the punch, Ocho. So when he comes down, I'm in Greek's office in the chair that he's going to sit in, dressed like he would dress.
Like him.
With the glasses on. And he looked at me. He's like, you SOB. He said, he's like, you are the only 184 that would ever think. I said, I know.
Get away with
but you like that, didn't you? He just couldn't stop laughing. He told that story so many times, but that was the type of relationship that he and I had. So he was always great. Same thing with Art Modell. I mean, when I got to Baltimore, he was like, hey, don't call me Mr. Modell. That's my grandfather. Call me Art. And, me, Ray, Woody, get the golf cart. He's like, Ozzy, you can't help me win those Super Bowls. These guys will help me get the Super Bowl. So he give us the golf cart, and he and Ozzy will walk up to the building. So I've had great relationship with all my owners. So that was great. Jason Weinstein, Unc and Ocho, I'm a big fan of the show, as are my two kids, Henry and Jade, who are 9 and 6, respectively. To be clear, I only show age-appropriate clips of the show. Okay. My daughter, Jade in particular, has a great admiration for Unc, which does not surprise me, as she gets serious about her business with great seriousness. And she's very prideful in doing so. Despite only being 6 years of age, the day after the show, her clips, during which Unc described his hygiene, Jade proudly let me know that she started to brush her teeth 3 times a day. Thank you for being a great role model. Please give Jade a shout out. Please also give Henry a shout out. Let him know he needs to step up his hygiene game, especially if he wants a girlfriend to stick around. Jade, Henry, thank you guys. Hey, thank you for allowing your kids to watch the age-appropriate segments. We really, really appreciate that. Jade, I am so proud of you for brushing your teeth 3 times a day. Hopefully keep that up and do a little flossing. Hey, Henry, we got to pick it up. We got to get to 3 times a day and hit that flossing in. But thank you guys for supporting the show. Emmanuel Jackson, what's up, Unc and Ocho? Today is my 34th birthday. I also need a signed bottle of Shea. You plan on coming over to the Bay and doing signing. Emmanuel, happy birthday. Happy 34th birthday. I don't know. I kind of go where Total Wines asked me to show up at. We had this thing in Dallas and I went to 2 locations. So I don't really know. I know we got distribution in California. And so I don't know if it's going to be in the Bay. I don't know if it's going to be in Sacktown. It's going to be in LA. Obviously, California is huge. It's a huge state. And Total Wines, they kind of determine, I don't know how they do it, but they kind of determine the stores that they want me to go in and do the our bottle signing. So I really couldn't tell you, Emmanuel, where I'm going to appear next. That's all based on my schedule and the stores that Total Wines have me go in. D. Chat said, Unc and Ocho, great show tonight as an amazing tour. Also, you guys had me in tears. All tours, fella. Can you guys give me a huge birthday shout out to my shipmate and brother Tyson Huff, USA Navy. D. Chat, thank you, guys. Hey, thank you, bro. And tell you, bro, Tyson, U.S. Navy, all the armed services. Thank you guys for your service to our country. Because of what the men and women do, you allow us to do what we do. And you allow us to lay our head down on our pillow at night, knowing that we're in great hands. So thank you guys for your service, men and women, all armed services, Marines, Coast Guard, Army, Navy, Air Force, any military, national guards, reserves. Thank you. Laney Ray. Okay, Laney's back. Hey, guys, I have my fantasy football draft this weekend. If you play fantasy football, which of the 2 players you make sure you have on your roster? I'm getting Christian McCaffrey. He's first. Who else am I going to get, Ocho? I'm getting McCaffrey for sure.
First, you got to get a quarterback first. I'm going Burrow first. No way.
You don't take no quarterback. You crazy? You better take a McCaffrey. McCaffrey going to be the first pick of the draft. I'm taking a quarterback.
I'm taking my quarterback.
Okay.
I'm taking a running back second.
I'm taking McCaffrey first.
No, I'm taking a receiver second, matter of fact.
I'm taking McCaffrey. You lost. Because what wide receiver is going to score 20 touchdowns? Which McCaffrey scored last year.
What wide receiver?
Yeah.
Which one?
That's going to score touchdowns. He scores them rushing and receiving. You remember he had 100 yards rushing and had like 85 yards receiving with 3 touchdowns?
Can I
Yeah,
tell
go
you
ahead.
something? I don't even play fantasy.
Yeah. Clearly, you don't play fantasy with that selection, with your draft selection. You absolutely do not. Make sure you get Christian McCaffrey. I'm trying to think, what other running back? Who are the other running backs that made the All-Pro team last year? Josh Jacobs might be pretty good with Green Bay because he can run it and catch it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's real good out the
yeah. Brees
backfield.
Hall, Bijan Robinson. I mean, you need guys that are going to be dual threat, Ocho. Obviously, the best dual threat guy is Christian. It's Christian McCaffrey. Ocho, that concludes our show for tonight. We're back. College football is back tonight, and Colorado gets off to a great start. They win 31-26 over North Dakota. Shedeur Sanders, 26 of 34, 445, 4 touchdowns. The Buffs had 2 receivers go over 100 yards. Jimmy Horn Jr. had 7 for 198, 1 touchdown. And Travis Hunter had 7 for 132 and 3 touchdowns as they win, 31-26. Thank you guys for watching another episode of Nightcap. I am your favorite Unc, Shannon Sharpe. He's your favorite number 85, the route runner extraordinaire, the Bengal Ring of Fame honoree, the Pro Bowler, the All-Pro, Samo Juco to Oregon State to Cincinnati, Liberty City's own, Chad Ochocinco Johnson. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit that like button. And please make sure you go subscribe to the Nightcap podcast feed wherever you get your podcast from. And remember, every podcast subscriber counts. And thank you guys for helping us do what we've been able to do over the last year. Please make sure you go order your bottle of Shea by La Portier if we're not in a state near you, and or city near you. Order it, ship it right to your door. Please make sure you go follow my media company page on all platforms. That's Shay Media and my clothing company. The link is pinned at the top of the chat. Everything is 20% off right now, and the tour t-shirts drop tomorrow. Again, Colorado survives a scare, beat North Dakota State 31-26, and Shedeur Sanders 26 of 34, 445, 4 touchdowns, 1 INT. I'm Unc. He's Ocho. We're out.